Good morning, students. Welcome back to All Force Educational Institutions, Telangana. Yesterday, we discussed about features of law. What is law? Definitions of law and features of law. Now, before that, we are in fourth unit, political concepts. So, what are the important political concepts in this lesson? 1. Law. 2. Liberty. 3. Equality. 4. Justice. 5. Power. These are the 5 important political concepts in this unit. So we are in first lesson, that is law. So what is law? The word law is derived from a Teutonic word law, L-A-G, which means to lay or to set or something fixed. So then what is the general meaning of the law? Law is a set of rules and regulations. Law is a what? Certain rules and regulations. Law is a set of rules and regulations which are formulated and implemented by sovereign political authority. Is a general definition. Coming to writer's definitions, I think in the last class I have given 3 important definitions to you. One is John Austin definition. According to him, law is a command of sovereign. 2. Holland definition. According to him, law is a general rule of external human action enforced by the sovereign political authority. Third is of John Salmond. According to him, law is a collection of principles recognized and applied by the state in the administration of justice. These are the definitions of law. Then coming to features. Okay, I am giving some features only. One is, it consists of certain rules and regulations approved by sovereign. 1. 2. Law must be in written form. 3. Law is definite, precise and universal. 4. Violation of law leads to punishment. Then one more, the ultimate aim of law is the general welfare of the people or the welfare of the people. These are some of the features of law. Today I am going to explain sources of law. Sources of law. While making the laws, the lawmakers will take into account certain factors. They are called as a sources of law. Some political philosophers mentioned these are the sources of law. 1. Customs. 2. Religion. 3. Scientific commentaries. 4. Judicial decisions. 5. Equity. 6. Legislature. So let us discuss one by one. First one is customs. So customs are the earliest sources of law. Earliest source of law. It means ancient source of law. Okay, what is customs? Now customs are the earliest sources of law. Means the first source of the law is customs. Clear? 1. Then in ancient period, disputes were settled by the elders in accordance with the prevailing customs and traditions in the society. Clear? Disputes. In ancient period, disputes were settled by who? Elders in the society in accordance with the customs and traditions. Gradually or in course of time, they became the basis for laws. They became the basis for laws. So when they will become the source of law, when they are recognized by state. Clear? So in course of time, these customs will become the basis for law. When they will become the source of law, when they are recognized by state, they must be recognized by state. They must be recognized by state. So without recognition of the state, the customs will not become the laws. The customs will not become the laws. Then what is the advantage of the customs? The customs will regulate the social behavior of the individuals. Yes, they will regulate the social behavior of the individuals in the society. Clear? By regulating the social behavior of the individuals, the customs will keep the social life in right track. So keep the social life of the individuals in a right track. So these are the advantages of customs and traditions. In India, some laws are formulated on the basis of customs and traditions. Clear? In our India, some laws are formulated on the basis of laws. So which laws? The laws related to marriage, divorce, and property disputes. So the laws related to marriage, divorce, property disputes, etc. were formulated on the basis of existing customs and traditions in Indian society. Clear? Then England or Britain is the best example for customs as a source of law, because in Britain one law is there, that is common law. It is one of the important law of Britain. It is formulated completely on the basis of customs and traditions of the British people. And even today also customs are practiced as a unwritten laws in some European countries like Greece. Clear? In Greece, till today, customs are practiced as a unwritten laws because the customs are in unwritten form. They are not in written form. Hence, they practiced customs as unwritten laws. Where? In Greece. Clear? It is the first one. What is the first source? Customs. Number 2, religion. What is the second one? Religion. In ancient period, there was a close relation between religion and customs. There was a close relation between religion and customs. There was a close relation between religion and customs. Clear? Then in ancient period, religion played an important role in making the laws. Clear? Religion played an important role in which matters? In making the laws. How can we say? So in ancient period, example, religious teachers or heads. Okay, here the decisions of the religious teachers or heads considered as on par with laws. They had unlimited powers in those days. Clear? In ancient period, religion played an important role in making the laws. Religious teachers or heads had unlimited powers in which matters in giving the directions to their rulers. So the decisions of these religious teachers were considered as a on par with the laws, means treated as a laws. Okay, by that we can understand that what the decisions of the religious teachers were considered as a laws. Clear? Hence, religion is one of the source of law. Then, at present situation in the world, some laws are formulated on the basis of religion. Example in India. Example in India, two laws are there. One is a Hindu law. Another one is a Muslim law. So both laws were formulated on the basis of religion. In our India, Hindu law, Muslim law, both are there. Both were formulated on the basis of what? Religion. One thing. And second thing is, at present, in some Muslim countries or in Islamic countries, laws are formulated on the basis of religious beliefs or religious values or religious principles. In which countries? Example in Pakistan, okay, Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, and other Muslim countries. Other Muslim countries, the laws are formulated on the basis of religion. It is the second one. And third one, scientific commentaries. Here, scientific commentaries are also one of the important source of law. Who is the scientific commentaries? The scientific commentaries of jurists, judges, lawyers, and famous political philosophers. Okay, their scientific commentaries also one of the important sources of law. Their commentaries also one of the important sources of laws. How? Their commentaries helps in the formation of laws. Generally, they analyze the existing laws. Analyzing the existing laws. Yes, they analyzing the existing laws. By analyzing the existing laws, they find out certain drawbacks or defects in the laws. Clear? So, jurists, judges, lawyers, political philosophers analyzed the existing laws. While analyzing the existing laws, they find out certain drawbacks and defects in the laws and remove them from the laws and suggest certain solutions in the form of their commentaries for their improvement of the laws. Clear? When their commentaries are recognized by the state, they will become the basis of law, or they will become the law, or they will become a part of law. When they will become part of law? When their commentaries are recognized by the state. Example, in India, in ancient India, one famous philosopher was there, namely Yagnavalkya. He wrote a great book, namely Niti Sara. He wrote Niti Sara with his comments. So what is Niti Sara? Niti Sara is a collection of commentaries or comments of Yagnavalkya. Yes, he wrote this book on the basis of existing customs and traditions. Existing customs and traditions. It became a source of laws in India. Niti Sara became a source of law in India. In the same way, USA and Britain. USA and Britain. In USA, Kent and Story, two jurists were there. In the same way, in Britain, Holbrook and Blackstone. Holbrook and Blackstone, two jurists were there. In USA, Kent and Story's scientific commentaries. In Britain, Holbrook and Blackstone's scientific commentaries were universally accepted and they were considered as authoritative laws. They were considered as authoritative laws. Their scientific commentaries were universally accepted and now they were considered as authoritative laws. Hence, scientific commentaries are also one of the important source of law. And fourth one is judicial decisions. So here, judicial decisions also one of the important source of law. In ancient period till formation of the modern states, disputes were settled by whom? Elders in the villages or societies. Clear? In the ancient period till formation of the modern states. Disputes were settled by the elders in the society. They settle the disputes according to existing customs and traditions. Clear? And their judgments become the sources of law or became law after recognition of the society, as when the judgments of the elders are recognized by state, their judgments will become laws. Clear? So at present, the judgments of the elders became the basis for law. Clear? When the judgments will become the laws, when their judgments are recognized by state, they will become the law. Clear? So if any such types of disputes will arise in the future, elders applied earlier judgments in the similar and identical cases. Clear? If the same types of disputes will arise in the future, the elders applied their earlier judgments in the similar and identical cases. So it is in the past. But what about present? In the present world, already we know the laws are formulated by legislatures. Next, laws are implemented by executive. Then the laws are interpreted by laws are interpreted by judiciary. Laws are interpreted by whom? Judiciary. Here we need the judiciary. Clear? Laws are formulated by legislatures. Laws are implemented by executives. Laws are interpreted by judiciary. Here we need the interpretation of the judiciary. So when the judiciary will interpret the laws while settling the disputes, settling the disputes. While settling the disputes. Clear? Now, when the judiciary will interpret the laws. When the judiciary will interpret the laws while settling the disputes. But sometimes the existing laws may not be clear. May not be clear. Sometimes the existing laws are not meaningful or uncertain or silent. Okay, if the existing laws are silent or uncertain, okay, uncertain, or if they are meaningless, then what will happen? The existing laws may not provide justice to the people, and they may not provide the justice to the people. Clear? When the existing laws are silent or uncertain or meaningless, then the existing laws may not provide justice to the people. So in this situation, the judges of the court take decisions in settling the disputes to deal with such a situation. To deal with such a situation, the judges will take the decisions in settling the disputes. Take the decisions, and so their decisions, when recognized by the state, they will become a part of law or they will become new laws. Clear? Hence here judicial decisions are also one of the important source of law. Clear? The judicial decisions are also one of the important sources of law. Example, in India, in so many cases, the Supreme Court of India has taken decisions in so many cases. In which cases? Cases like Golaknath case, Keshavananda Bharati case, and Minerva Mills case. These three cases are the most important cases in India, which are related to right to property. Clear? In these three cases, the judges of the Supreme Court have taken decision. Clear? Hence, judicial decisions were considered as a judge-made laws. Judge-made laws. And next one, fifth, equity, not equality, equity. So equity is also one of the important source of law. So what is equality? Equality stands for principle of justice and fairness. Justice or fairness. Clear? It stands for principles of justice or fairness. It is the meaning of equity. And equity is derived from the principle of natural justice. It is derived from where? It is derived from where? The principles of natural justice. Principles of natural justice. Very clear? Equity stands for principles of justice or fairness. Then it is derived from principles of natural justice. Then in general, how the disputes are settled? The disputes are settled by the courts of law on the basis of existing laws. Already we know. Clear? Generally, the disputes were settled by whom? The judges of the court. Judges of the courts. According to existing laws. Generally the disputes are settled by the judges of the courts based on existing laws, but sometimes the existing laws may not be useful to particular cases. Sometimes what will be happen, some existing laws may not be useful for a particular case. Clear? Some existing laws so may not be useful to a particular case or dispute. So in this situation what will be happen, the judges by using their common sense, okay, the judges by using their common sense settle the disputes and deliver the judgment based on equity principles. Clear? Here the judges will use what? Their common sense. They use their common sense and settle the disputes and deliver the judgment based on equity principles. Clear? Based on equity principles. Based on equity principles, the judges will settle a particular case, give the judgment. Clear? Hence equity is also called as judge-made law. Equity is also called as what? Judge-made law. Judge-made law. And one more thing, it denotes informal method of making new laws and altering the old laws. Clear? It denotes what? It denotes what? Informal method of law making, informal method of making new laws. It denotes informal method of making new laws and altering the old laws. Altering the means changing the old laws. Clear? Hence it is also called as judge-made law. So it is also one of the important source of law. And last one, is legislature. Clear? So here first 5 are the indirect sources of law. Clear? Customs, religion, scientific commentaries, judicial decisions, equity are the indirect sources of law, whereas it is a direct source of law. Direct source of laws. Clear? In modern democracies, legislatures are called as what? Direct sources of law. Direct and sources of law, because in the modern period all laws are passed by legislatures. All laws are passed by whom? The legislative branch of government. What is the legislative branch? Legislature is the legislative branch of the government. It passes all the laws. So most of the laws are passed by legislatures. Hence these are called as direct sources of law. So first 5 are the indirect sources of law, and moreover they do not have much importance. Clear? But in the modern period all laws are passed by whom? Legislatures. Clear? Then how the legislature will pass the laws? According to the voice or the wishes or the pleasure of the people. Clear? While preparing the laws, the legislature must take into consider the voice of the people or the pleasure of the people or wishes of the people. According to wishes of the people, the legislatures will formulate the laws. They also alters the existing laws. They cancel the outdated laws. So in the modern period, all laws are formulated by whom? Legislatures. Hence, legislatures are called as law-making factories. Law-making factors. Clear? So with this, the sources of law is completed. Clear? So what are the sources of law? There are 6 sources of laws. 1 is customs, 2 religion, 3 scientific commentaries, 4 judicial decisions, 5 equity. All of you remember, it is not equality, equity. Clear? Equity, not equality. And last one is legislature. First 5 are the indirect sources of law. So last one is the direct source of law. Okay. So today I am going to stop. I will see you in the next session. Goodbye.